my amazing viewers. Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you are connecting from. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you so much and remain blessed. Whenever you look my video, whenever you watch my video, share the video to all platforms. Share it to family and friends. Share it in your WhatsApp group so that people can get information on what is happening in the contraption called Nigeria, mainly against the Biafrans, against the Duduas, against the indigenous people in the contraption called Nigeria. I try as much as possible to set the record straight. I don't preach hate speech. I don't speak against people. I set the record straight. The only important thing I do here is to make sure that the plight of the people remains on the front burner and the world will know the true story of what is going on in the contraption called Nigeria.
And joining me in the studio for the issue of security at this moment is the national chairman of Young Progressive Party, YPP, Bishop Amakwe. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Ijoma, for having me.
Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you. Good evening, Nigerians.
And within in the studio is the president. Yes, I think is the president, founder for Non-Violent Approach and Hope for Nigeria. I think so.
Foundation for Peace.
Foundation for Peace and Non-Violence in Nigeria. Onegia Erekosima.
Yes.
Onegia Erekosima, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And also joining us via Zoom is a security risk management strategist. It's been someone we've been calling, but for a very long time he's not been on the show. We have joining us Kabir Adamu. Doctor, thank you so much for coming on the show. Wow, I don't know if we have him. If we do, let's quickly join him. But at this time, let's quickly come to the studio and get started. The Young Progressives Party came up with, I think they said they wanted to speak to Nigerians, to let them, to also call for the resignation of President Muhammadu Buhari because of insecurity. Is that the picture?
Yeah, not mistaken at all, Ijoma. And I think at this point we have gotten to a point where we need to build our conversation, okay, and from a realistic and nationalistic point of view. And I think I toe in line with the Northern Elders who have called for the resignation of the president. And it's not about antagonism. It's about, the spirit of nation building. These are people who swore an oath of office, like you just enumerated when you were doing your introduction. People, use Bibles and Quran, okay, with the Constitution of Nigeria, and swore an oath that they're going to abide by the Constitution. And some of the responsibilities that they swore that oath for is to protect the lives and properties of Nigeria. Look, whenever we talk, people will take us to America and they refer us to countries like America. And even when you make your findings, you find out that the Americans are doing the right thing. And I want to cast your mind back to 9th of August 1974. What happened in the Watergate scandal? The president resigned. Richard Nixon resigned from office. We can't see that happening in this part of the world. And I tell you, Ijoma, with the kind of campaigning and perception that President Buhari came with on board, that is a man of integrity, he's a general that can solve the insecurity of our country's problem. I see even the reason why up till now that President Buhari will still be in office, frankly speaking. You see, I don't know why in this country we continue to give parochialism, sentiment, religion, everything. That is what will give priority than competence in this country. And I think we can't get to anywhere. I support the call of the Northern, not even only Northern, I am saying that here as I speak, we in the YPP are calling for the resignation of the president And not because we hate the face of the president, but because he has actually failed. He has failed within the confines of the law. He has actually fractured the part of the constitution that gives him the power that he swore to, that he was going to protect the nation.
Is the issue of insecurity in this country all about President Muhammadu Buhari? Yes, he's the president, and he's the one that wears the cap. People will definitely call on him. But don't you think we also need to check ourselves?
Look, Ijoma, how many times have we been hearing we will give a marching order? We're going to arrest these people. We're going to bring them, the culprits, to book. And yet you're asking me a question whether if it's the president has said that times without number that we're going to bring these people to book. We're going to get them arrested. We're going to do this. Look, we are tired of this, rhetorics. We're tired of this. The tokenism for me is not bringing results. A president of a country such as Nigeria, a former general, the man who has fought war. Many Nigerians gave him that support because they thought that he was coming to solve the problem. And that is the reason why I feel if I were to be President Buhari, I would have, instead of going to take the Ministry of Petroleum as a minister, he should have taken the Ministry of Defense first. So what is there in the Ministry of Petroleum that is iron instead of taking the area of
how can President Buhari take the Minister of Defense when he is the Chief Security Officer of the country? No, he's already wearing that cap.
No, but
that's what he is. He's the Commander-in-Chief.
But it's the same thing too.
So you want the Commander-in-Chief to come take the Minister of Defense?
What is he doing in Minister of Petroleum?
It's because you want to
Chief Executive Officer of the country as well. He's the Chief Executive Officer of the country, so he has got business everywhere around any ministry, because already automatically he's the CEO of a country. And I think maybe this president, what we need at the moment, we need a united in chief of Federal Republic of Nigeria. Somebody who can come and unite this country, somebody who can come and solve the problem that we have that is before us now. This insecurity thing, Ijoma, if I don't pray, it's because some of us, it has not knocked at our door. That's why we're not seeing the danger.
Let's quickly come to Christina.
Yes.
The last time we spoke, you said you have a solution.
Yes.
And people will be wondering, one man sitting somewhere has a solution to the insecurity challenges in Nigeria.
I still have a solution.
What is the solution? Why is it that you have not sold your solution to?
See, I like quoting God in certain things. The Bible says he hardened the heart of Pharaoh, but I've been begging my God to open up these hearts.
Which hearts?
When God wanted to release his people from bondage, the Bible says Pharaoh's heart was hardened so that God will show him that he is God. I am begging God right now because people are dying. Enough of death. God told me, because at the time I told God I won't talk again on this issue. God is bothering.
So God talks to you.
Yes.
And you hear him too.
Very well.
Wow,
I will tell you the answer. I will tell you. This whole thing is working for our good. But it's unfortunate that instead of looking at God, instead of looking at ourselves and saying we are our brothers, to be our brother's keeper, we felt disappointed that somebody who is a military man did not come to kill everybody. This is where our problem is. How can we be so wicked to think that because Buhari was a military man, come and kill your people? Everybody saying kill them. This is where we're getting it wrong. When they said we were going to call them
let's make Nigerians understand what you're saying. There's a question I need to ask.
Yes.
People who are calling for President Muhammadu Buhari to do something urgently.
Yes.
To put this whole issue to an end. In your own language, they're asking the president to kill them.
Wrongly.
No, hold on. During war, who are those that you attack? You know that Nigeria is at war.
We are not at war.
We are at war with the enemies.
Let me tell you one thing.
The enemies that we have in this country are those terrorists. And there's no nation.
We have the people that are saying kill them. They are the enemies.
So we should
let me tell you why they are the enemies. We created these terrorists Our government and people in power created these terrorists. They are our brothers and our sisters. They impoverished them, they gave them guns for elections, they did so many things that pushed them to the wall. So we created them. And we now want to call a dog a bad name to kill the dog. It is not right. We must see ourselves as brothers, otherwise we cannot solve this problem.
We should see ourselves as brothers to terrorists.
Who is terrorists?
These people are enemies of states.
Let us be careful.
They have no religious coloration.
Let us be careful, because what has worsened this issue is that you called a certain people terrorist. A man who does not have an enemy to fight, you're creating an enemy for him. What Nigeria is doing is to create an enemy for the enemy who does not have an enemy to fight.
Please make us understand.
Let me make you understand. I am from the Niger Delta. In the Niger Delta, I saw the divide and rule that they use in setting up our people to fight themselves.
So that's what is going on now?
No, it is worse now. Although it is worse, it is easier to solve.
Now.
The easiest problem we can solve right now is the crisis in Nigeria. I solved the Niger Delta. I want someone to quote me. I solved the Niger Delta problem. I ended militancy. And I'm telling the world that...
How did you do that? Were you in government?
I was not. That's not even the government fault.
Okay.
We must look outside the box. The government was against me when I was going towards stopping this. They say, look, these people are our people. You created them. Government created these things. Politicians created these people. Some of us has the courage. Some of us have the courage not to do what they are doing. Because we can endure. We have one or two things. If people suffer, Nigerians should do. Nigeria will be there. People are suffering. But not everybody has the courage of not carrying arms. Kidnap somebody and make a living. Not everybody. Why are we blaming those who are doing it instead of solving the problem? Now let me tell you.
What is the problem now? What is the solution now?
I will give you the solution.
Yes.
See, this is television. I will tell you how Nigeria can have peace in less than 3 minutes.
Really?
Yes.
Please, we need to know.
Then when we employ, see, the peace Nigeria will get in all of this crisis. We employ nothing less than at least 30,000 people in every state. Nothing less. Nothing less. It will change Nigeria. It will heal Nigeria. The problem we have, we're not looking at the benefit in the problem. My God said he is a God in time of trouble.
So you're hoping that God now will do.
Let's not
you're calling God. What is the physical solution?
Now look at this.
Not the spiritual solution.
I will tell you the solution.
Yes.
But there are certain things I won't name because of people who take advantage of it. We must decide to be our brother's keeper. When we decide to be our brother's keeper, I will tell you what you will do. If the society comes together, I beg here I say, give me 6 months. We will not remember militancy in the Niger Delta. We were giving 2 months. But I tell you, as long as I'm living today, ask Ateketon, ask Asari, ask Bono, ask Farah, they are alive. I'm calling their names. What we agreed. When the government implement what we agreed, that we're going to wash ourselves, we will get peace.
Okay.
But I am telling you now that as long as militancy cannot return to Niger Delta as long as I live, this problem in Nigeria, if the government listens to me today, in less than 1 year, we will be the safest place on planet Earth.
All right, so let's quickly go, because when we come back to you,
yes,
this time around, it's not explaining who is the enemy or who is not the enemy. It's to tell us what you can do. Yes. Because the challenges of terrorism that Nigeria is the challenges of terrorism that Nigeria is faced with is not only peculiar to Nigeria. It's a global challenge.
Yes, that is
the West African Sahel area. You will notice that the issue of Boko Haram is very strong there. I'm sure you're aware of that. So let's quickly see if we can take Kabir Adamu has joined us. Let him just give us some of his expert opinion on what's going on. Thank you very much for joining us, Dr. Adamu.
My pleasure, Ijoma. Good evening, and thank you for interrupting my turn.
Okay. The Northern Elders has called for the resignation of President Muhammadu Buhari over incessant killings in Nigeria and the spirit of insecurity. And the Young Progressive Party is also joining their voice to say Buhari should resign. Is it a time for the president to resign, or is it time for us to look inward? What do you think is the solution now? That's what Nigerians want to hear.
Well, I think the president is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces, and the responsibility rests on his shoulder. So anyone who feels angry, and rightly so, people are dying, and expresses that anger, I think it's allowed in a democratic system. But then, as a professional and as someone who has studied the political system, is that a realistic call? Is that likely to happen? The answer is no. And so, unfortunately, I would say whoever is making that call is also joining the political fray, and not necessarily helping in providing solutions. Now, especially if that body that is making that call has a political influence, I think there are better ways to put pressure on the president and those that he is superintending than to make such calls that we know he's not going to heed to. So as an example, the YPP, if they had, I don't think they do, members in the House of Rep and the Senate, one of the ways to put pressure is to use those members to start agitating for whatever kind of pressure our democratic system allows on the president. For the Northern Elders Forum, if they have the influence that, well, they should have, then perhaps they should also call on members of the parliament. Our constitution allows even impeachment for the kind of failures they are referring to. Now, if the parliament is not using that power that is applicable to it, then perhaps it's not only the president that is responsible, has shortcomings in this regard. It is a shortcoming that is reflective in virtually every aspect of society. And I share your views when you stated earlier on that perhaps it's time for us to look inwards. What contributions have we made, first as individuals, secondly as community, thirdly even as the media, and then as if you are a teacher, as an example, what contribution have you made in graduating students that unfortunately have become what we have in the country at the moment? Then of course, if you are in the security sector, and that is the one that worries me, because that is the crux of the matter. This government in particular, without singing as if blowing the trumpet of this government, in this Fourth Republic, there is no government that has invested in security like this government has, both in terms of hardware and in terms of the laws that govern the security department. They've done quite a lot in that regard. But why are we not seeing the results of those things that they have done? And that is where I think, as a people, we need to look inwards and ask those critical questions. We're investing money into the security sector, and this government, like I said, has done that. In the last budget, I think the security sector has the largest provision, which is about 2.4 billion. I don't think there's any other sector. And in fact, it's even higher than that, because if you impute all the security votes from the president down to all political office holders, you find out that the money is actually more than that 2.4 billion. So there's no sector that has received money as such. So those monies are not being monitored in terms of proper auditing, as well as monitoring and evaluation system. So in terms of solution, when you ask me what can be done, and if I were in the shoes of the Northern Elders Forum and the YPP that is making a call, and especially if they want me to vote for them in 2023, that is the kind of narrative I'd like to hear. What are you going to do different from this president that would now create a change? I've just given an example, introducing M&E, monitoring and evaluation, into the security sector, so that these monies that we're pumping in will now see the results of this money through metrics. I run a consultancy, and we keep data of infatalities every month. I can tell you that for March, 1,400 and about 90 Nigerians died in the month of March. Now this is almost about 70% higher than the figure in February. I would want a leader, I want a political party that would tell me when they come to power, they are going to use metrics to determine the performance and functionality of this organization, so that if a leader of any of the 27 ministries, departments, and agencies in security is failing, in this instance, those that are responsible for internal security to reduce those deaths have clearly failed from metrics. Now I will hold them accountable. Okay. That for me would be one of the ways to go. There are several other ways, but I've just given you an example of functional ways of managing security, like a project. That's what I expect going into 2023, the kind of narratives I hope to hear from my political leaders. Frankly, not calls for the president to resign. You and I know he's not going to resign. So if they are merely also playing into the political field.
Okay, I'll come back to quickly go for a short break here.
Did you know that AIT's social media handles have all changed? If you are one of the millions of our followers on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, this is introducing to you AIT's new official and rebranded social media handles. Like or follow us now on our Facebook page, Official AIT Live. If you're on Twitter, switch to our new handle at Official AIT Live and activate the notification button to get breaking news and updates on the go. For exclusive short videos and photo news, follow our Instagram account at Official AIT Live. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Official AIT Live, and enjoy live streaming of news and your favorite programs, where you can also watch our broadcast materials at your own convenience. Note that Official AIT Live is the only authentic social media profile name with all the handles on our website ait.live, with a notification prompt to accept and receive breaking news and updates on the go. Log on to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube platforms on your smartphone, tablet device, laptop, and desktop to follow us now. AIT.live. On air, online, online.
Thank you so much for remaining with us. Now we go straight to the issue of solution, because that's what we need. We don't need to lament all the time. We need to put heads together and take a decision on what is the way forward. Amakri, your party, you heard what Kabiru said, that you're talking from the perspective of a politician. So it's a political statement to ask President Muhammadu Buhari to resign because of insecurity. So what is the solution? What are you bringing on board on the table to say this is how we can solve this?
Thank you so much. I think that expression was from his own point of view and his opinion, and I will respect his opinion. But you know, when we talk about security, and he's talking about the call for a president to resign, as if is it a rocket science? I've just mentioned that in America somebody resigned, and the gravity of what resulted to the resignation of that person is not as, you know, voluminous like what is happening today in Nigeria. So what is there if a president resigns? Is it not when you have a country before you can govern the people?
So what will your party bring on board on the table now to say yes? If peradventure,
yes,
your candidate, presidential candidate, becomes the president,
yes,
and we're in this mess,
yes,
what would you do differently?
That is a lot of, Lucy, I'm not a security expert, okay? But all I know, you see, first and foremost, one of the issues we need to even interrogate where we started from and what got us to this place. Like I had my brother talking about, you see, when you have a country as populated as Nigeria, multilingual, multi-ethnic country, and at most times as a leader, your body language is not showing the body language of unity, you know, kind of governance, carrying people along, you know, equity and just social justice, there's no way you can have stability.
Okay.
There's no way you can have stability. So we must come from the background of, in fact, first and foremost, getting our young people jobs, creating jobs for the young people, so that they will become busy, because most of the Democrats, the people who perpetrate these crimes, most of them are young people.
All right, let's Eric Osima.
Because we don't have enough of time. Otherwise, that's the
even if we give you 3 hours, there will still not be enough time.
No.
Because that's what life is.
No, yeah,
that's what life is.
I agree with you.
Eric Osima.
The solution is easy. We are spending too much of money on security. That is our problem. we are killing our own people. That is our problem.
But you are not giving me a solution.
The solution is easy.
Okay.
But there are certain things I won't mention because we're on television. But I am saying the worst thing that can ever happen to us are things like community policing and so on.
Okay.
Community policing and so on is this mind of poverty, mentality of poverty. Young people go to become. See, we must tell ourselves the truth. We have been killing ourselves. We're saying, look, because we know what created these people, we're asking for a grace for everybody, not just Nigeria, the whole neighboring countries. When you do a grace that we're asking, we'll tell you what you will do. Then when we see one man who will come to carry a gun in this country. It is as that simple. But because you have created a man, now you're creating enemies.
You have created a monster, and we have to.
No, but it's easier to solve that monster now. Yeah. It is easier now because after you have pushed them, it's going to create more jobs for us.
Okay. Kabir Adamu, before we go, we'll just quickly. You have oftentimes in this program talked about the kinetic and non-kinetic approach to resolving this insecurity issue. In just less than 30 seconds, what do you think now Nigerians should do, the government should do, and how do you expect the people to take what is going on now that there's so much killings?
Okay, thank you. In 30 seconds, Nigerians should go and get their voters' cards and go out and vote. Not on the basis of sentiment, but on the basis of any party that gives them in clear terms what it intends to do to solve the security problem. For the government, let them be accountable.
Right.
The constitution is clear. Section 14, Section 1 tells them that they are responsible for our security, both for lives and property. And then, of course, every other component of society, the media, the schools, everybody should do its part in terms of responsibility. Perhaps when we do that, then this will reduce. I do not think this burden from the government alone. We all have a role to play in this.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. Our time has come to an end. A big thank you to Kabir Adamu for your time. We appreciate. And thank you to the National Chairman, Bishop Amakwe, for coming on the program. National Chairman of YPP. Thank you so much. And also thank you to
Onengia Erekosima.
Onengia Erekosima. Thank you so much. I know.
Don't nickname him.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, that's the much we can take on the program tonight.
Thank you so much for your patience to watch from the beginning to the end. I hope you have learned something from the video you have just watched. The video you have just watched is to bring information to your doorstep and for educational purpose. It is not to demonize anybody. Let us watch continuously and see who can be able to make a sense out of every nonsense we are seeing. We must continue. We move. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they say. They will kill us. We will kill them. At the end of the day, Biafra is here. Thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please kindly subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you and remain blessed. Bye-bye. See you again.